Okay, hello again everybody. So today we will be doing an exercise about the first chapter, okay, about the particulate nature of matter and the changes in the physical states. So let's start. So let's see question 1. So here we have, in which changes do the particles move further apart? Look, so here we have a gas, liquid and solid, the three physical states, and we have some changes. We have W, X, Y and Z. So the question here says, in which changes do the particles move further apart? Which means, from which physical state to which another one do the particle move further apart? So we said in our course that in solids, the particles are stuck together and they are just in vibration. They are only vibrating. In liquids, they are moving a little bit. Then in the gas, they have faster movement and they are moving randomly. Okay, so we can say that from solid to liquid, the particles are moving more and more. Than from the liquid to the gas, they are moving further. Okay, so the right answer here will be from solid to liquid, then from liquid to gas, which means Z and Y. And let's see in the answers, we have W and X, W and Z, X and Y, Y and Z. So we are looking for Y and Z, which means this is answer D. Okay, D is the right answer for this question. Let's see question 2. Here we have the diagrams. We have three diagrams, X, Y and Z, represent the three states of matter. Okay, this one, X, is the solid, this one is the liquid, and Z is the gas, because here the particles are moving randomly and they are there is a big distance between the particles. So the question here, which change occurs during boiling? Okay, so here we need to talk about boiling. Boiling is actually the physical change from liquid to gas. Okay, but in the course we talked about evaporation, so there is a small difference between boiling and evaporation. Actually, in boiling, by heating the liquid, by increasing its temperature, the liquid, or inside the liquid, there will be bubbles of air which are starting to form inside the liquid. Then after that, the liquid will change state and evaporate. Okay, actually boiling, we refer to boiling by the change or the formation of bubbles of gas inside the liquid during its heating. Okay, that's it. And evaporation actually occurs only on the surface of our liquid. Okay, so here the question, which change occurs during boiling? So during boiling, the change is from Y to Z, which means from liquid to gas. So from Y to Z, which one? It's B. Okay, so the right answer for this question is B. The third question, they said here, which change of state takes place during evaporation? Evaporation is when the liquid leaves, the particles of the liquid leaves the surface of the liquid to the gas. Okay, so it's a change from liquid into gas. So which one? From liquid to gas. It's the second one, which is B. The fourth question, here they are asking, in which process do particles move closer together but remain in motion? So what do you think? The particles are moving closer together but they remain in motion. So we said that in the gaseous state, the particles are moving, but they are moving in a high speed, and in liquid they are also moving but slowly. Okay, so in this question here they said, in which process do particles move? Here the particles are still moving. Okay, there is a movement, and the two states in which we have movement are the gas and the liquid. So it's a change from gas to liquid or from liquid to gas. But here, how can we differentiate between them? In this question they said, in which process do the particles move closer together but remain in motion? So the particles are moving closer together. This means that they are changing state from gas to liquid. Okay, so from gas to liquid, this change, or the change from the gas to the liquid state is called condensation. Okay, so the right answer here is A. The fifth question, the changes that occur when a substance changes state are shown below. So here we have different changes in state from solid to liquid and from liquid to gas, then the reverse. We have W, X, Z and Y. Okay, let's see the question. So which process W, X, Y or Z is occurring in the following four situations? The first one, butter melts on a warm day. So butter in solid state melts in a warm day. Okay, so this is actually melting. Let's see here. So for the melting, it's from solid to liquid, so it's W. So for the first one, for the first situation here, it's W. So the right answer will be either A or B, okay, because they contain W in the first situation. Let's see the second situation. They said here, water condenses on a cold surface, which means condenses. This means that water is changing state from gas into liquid. Okay, so let's see here, condensation, or the change from gas to liquid. This is from gas to liquid is Y. Okay, so now in the second situation we have Y. So for the first one it was W, the second one is Y. So here it's clear that the right answer is B, but let's check the third and the fourth situations. The third one says that the volume of the liquid ethanol in an open beaker reduces. What does this mean? We have liquid ethanol and its volume is reducing or reduces. This means that there is an evaporation of ethanol from the beaker, which means it's a physical change from liquid ethanol into gas because its volume reduces. This is evaporation, and evaporation is the physical change from liquid into gas. So this one from liquid to gas is X. Let's check. So for B it's X. For the third situation the right answer is X. Then let's see the fourth one. The fourth one, here they said that the ice forms inside a freezer. This is freezing, okay? And freezing is the physical change from what? From liquid into solid, which means Z. Okay, and Z is for the fourth situation is here. So the right answer in this question is B. Okay, good. Let's see now the sixth question. Here they said that the diagram shows a sugar lump in a cup of tea. Okay, here we have a cup of tea, then a piece of sugar. The question here is, which two processes must happen to spread the sugar evenly in the tea? Okay, so here we have the first process, in your opinion, which will be occurring here. Is it diffusion or dissolving? What do you think? Okay, so the right answer here is dissolving. The first step is that the sugar particles will dissolve in water. Okay, they will dissolve in water, then after that they will diffuse in it. Okay, so the first process is dissolving, it will be B, either B or C. Then the second one, or the second process, is diffusion. So the right answer for this question is B. The seventh question, okay, here they say that a sugar cube is dropped into a hot cup of tea. The tea is not stirred. Which statement explains why the tea becomes sweet? A. The heated water molecules penetrate the sugar cube. B. The hot tea causes the sugar to melt. C. The sugar cube dissolves and its molecules diffuse. D. The sugar molecules get hot and evaporate. So here, I think you found already the right answer, and it looks like question 6. Okay, so here it will be the cube of sugar will be firstly dissolved, then diffused. So here the right answer will be C, which means that the sugar cube dissolves and its molecule diffuse. Okay, so that's it. So for the seventh question, the right answer is C. Let's see now the eighth question. Here we have two beakers. Okay, let's read the question. A crystal of purple potassium manganate 7. Potassium manganate is KMnO4. Okay, it's a solid. These are crystals. Was added to each of the beakers shown in the diagram. This one is a hot beaker, and this one is a cold water. Okay, then here we put crystals of potassium manganate 7. Okay, one beaker contained hot water and the other beaker contained cold water. The question: in both beakers, the purple color of potassium manganate 7 spreads out. Okay, this color of the purple solid will what? Will spreads out in both beakers. So the question here, which results and explanation are correct? So let's see the result. The color spreads faster in cold water. It's the same answer here. Or the color spreads faster in hot water. So what do you think? So the right answer for the result here is that the color will spread faster in hot water. Okay, then the explanation, let's see the given explanations here. The particles move faster at higher temperature, or the particle moves slower at higher temperature. It's evident the particles will move faster in higher temperature, because by increasing the temperature the particles will have more kinetic energy, so they will move faster. So here the result is that the color spreads faster in hot water, and the explanation it's because the particles move faster at higher temperature. So the right one is this one and this one, which means C. Okay, the ninth question: which statement in an example is an example of diffusion? A kitchen towel soaks up some spilt milk. Okay. B. Ice cream melts in a warm room. C. Pollen from flowers is blown by the wind. Or D. The smell of cooking spreads through a house. So what do you think? What is the right answer here? Okay, so if you say D, it's good. Okay, so the right answer here is D, because this is the only one which refers to diffusion. Okay, good. Let's see question 10. A few drops of perfume were split on the floor. Okay, a few minutes later, the perfume could be smelled a few meters away. Which two processes had taken place? A. distillation and condensation, B, distillation and diffusion, sorry, C, evaporation and condensation, or D, evaporation and diffusion. So the right answer here is D. There will be evaporation at the first stage because the splitted perfume is liquid, so it will at first change state from liquid to gas. This is evaporation. Okay, then the perfume could be smelled a few meters away, which means that there is diffusion which happened. Okay, the particles of the perfume are diffusing in the air. So this is the second process. So we have evaporation and diffusion. So this is D. Good. 11. Question 11. Two gas jars each contain a different gas. The gas jars are connected and the cover slips are removed. And here we have a diagram for that. The diagram shows what happens to the particles of the gases. So here we have two jars which are separated by a cover slips. Then after this we will remove this cover slips and we will see what's happening. So here the particles are gray and here the particles are white. But after removing the cover slips, we can see that the particles are in each side of the jars. So which process has occurred? Is it a chemical reaction? Is it condensation? Is it diffusion or evaporation? So the right answer here is diffusion. Okay, because the particles of the gas in the first jar are diffused into the second one and vice versa. Okay, that's it. Let's see now question 12. Here we have that a liquid is heated until it boils. Which result, the question is, which result shows that the liquid in the test tube is pure water? Okay, so here we have a liquid, okay, in a test tube, then a thermometer here which will show us the temperature of the liquid, then here a spirit burner containing ethanol. After heating this test tube, the liquid here boils, and the question is which result will show that the liquid in the test tube is pure water? Okay, we have here four suggestions. A, condensation forms at the top of the test tube. B, steam is produced. C, the thermometer reads 100 degrees Celsius. Or D, there is nothing left behind in the test tube. So here the right answer is C. Why? It's C because actually the boiling point of pure water, the boiling point of H2O is equal to 100 degrees C. Actually each pure material is defined or characterized by a boiling point which is characteristic for this pure material. For example, the boiling point for water is 100 degrees Celsius and its melting point, okay, the melting point for H2O is 0 degrees Celsius. It's 0 degrees Celsius, which means that glass will change state, or let's say water will change state from liquid to solid in a temperature of 0 degrees C, and it's called the melting point. Okay, and the boiling point for pure water, okay, because pure water is 100 degrees Celsius. If the material or the substance is not pure, this temperature will be changed. It will be either a little bit increased or decreased. It depends. Okay, good. Let's see the question, next one. the particles moving very slowly from an area of high concentration to an area of low concentration. So what do we call this? From high concentration to low concentration. If you revised your course, it's clear that this is talking about diffusion. Okay, so let's see the suggestions here. A liquid being frozen, no. A solid melting, no. A substance diffusing through a liquid, or a substance diffusing through the air. Good. So both of these C and D answers are talking about diffusion. But how can we differentiate between them? The first one is through a liquid, and the second one is through the air. But here, in our sentence here, they said that the particles are moving very slowly. Okay, very slowly. This is referring to what? To the liquid state. To the liquid state, because in the gaseous state the particles are moving very fast. Okay, so the right answer here is that the substance or a substance is diffusing through a liquid. So the right answer here is C. Then the last question, question 14. Okay, aqueous lead to nitrate. Okay, lead to nitrate, it's Pb2 plus NO3 minus. Okay, so lead to nitrate is this compound here, aqueous, and aqueous potassium iodide, Ki, also aqueous. So these two will react together to give, they will be giving PbI2, which is a solid, plus here I need to put a 2, then AKNO3. Okay, plus NO minus, so here I need to put 2. Okay, good. So this is the reaction here. Okay, so let's reread the question. Aqueous lead nitrate, this one, and aqueous potassium iodide are added to a dish containing water. So this dish is containing water. Okay, then we will be adding some drops of the aqueous potassium iodide. Okay, which means Ki. And here we will be adding some drops in this part of the dish, okay, of PbNO3 too. Good. A yellow precipitate forms after few minutes. This precipitate is forming in the middle of the dish. So what does this mean? This means that the added drops of the aqueous lead nitrate and potassium iodide are moving inside this dish of water. Okay, they moved. So here they said that a yellow precipitate forms after few minutes. Which process occurs before the precipitate forms? So before that precipitate forms here, those drops are moving inside what? Inside the dish which is containing water. So is it diffusion? Is it distillation, fermentation, or filtration? So it's clear that this is diffusion in water. Okay, and then the right answer here is answer A. Sorry, actually this experiment is called, you can check for this one and you can find some videos, and maybe I will be doing a video in the future about this experiment. It's called the golden rain. Okay, actually this yellow precipitate here is looking like gold. It's not gold, but it's just looking like it. Okay, so thank you for watching and see you next time in the next chapter. Thank you for watching and goodbye for now.